You ever stop to think about the philosophy, really, that drives what you do with your money, or your time, or even your energy? Well, there's this super simple idea that once you get it, can totally change how you look at everything. It's a real game changer. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, so at the very heart of this whole philosophy is this one quote. It basically lays out 3 different roads we can take with, well, pretty much any resource we've got. And look, this isn't about judging anyone, all right? Think of it more like a mirror. As we walk through each of these paths, just kind of ask yourself, where do I see myself here?
All right, first up, we've got the path of waste. And honestly, the best way to picture this is like a leaky bucket, right? You can pour and pour and pour all you want into it, but with all those holes, it's just always going to end up empty. And it's important to say, this isn't about being foolish in the traditional sense. It's really about a mindset that just lets value slip right through your fingers.
So what is waste, really? Well, simply put, it's any time you use up a resource, any resource, and get pretty much nothing in return. It's an action that actually destroys the value of what you have. I love this analogy. It's like burning a pile of wood just to get a tiny little spark of heat, when you could have used that same wood to build a big, roaring fire that lasts.
And here's the thing. This idea of waste, it goes way, way beyond just money. I mean, think about it, right? Wasting hours just endlessly scrolling through your phone, that's a leak. Wasting your health with bad habits, that's another leak. Wasting amazing opportunities because you're afraid, huge leak. Or what about all that energy we burn on arguments that go absolutely nowhere? All of those are leaks in the bucket. And spotting them, well, that's the very first step to patching things up.
Okay, moving on. Next up is the path of spending. Now this is where most of us live, day in and day out. It's not totally destructive like wasting is, but man, it can feel like you're just running on a hamster wheel. You're putting in all this effort, you're constantly in motion, but at the end of the day, you haven't actually gone anywhere.
And this is what that hamster wheel looks like in practice. It's the spending cycle. Step 1, you earn your income. Step 2, you spend that income on, bills, lifestyle, all that stuff. And then you're right back to zero, just waiting for the next paycheck to do it all over again. Yeah, it keeps the lights on for sure, but it doesn't build any real momentum. You're just maintaining. You're not growing.
When you really boil it down, spending is all about trading your resources for something right now. That amazing meal out, that new pair of shoes, that weekend trip, it's all spending. And hey, it's a totally necessary part of life. But the key thing to realize is that the value you get from it, it pretty much ends the second the experience is over. There's no future payoff.
And this leads us to a really, really crucial shift in mindset. See, going from a spender to an investor, it's not just about what you do. It's about the questions you start asking yourself. A spender's brain asks, what can I buy right now? But an investor's brain asks, what can this become for me tomorrow? It's a complete flip from a mindset of consumption to one of creation.
Which brings us to our final path, the path of the wise. And that is all about investing. The absolute best metaphor for this is planting a tree. Think about it. It just takes one little seed, right? A little bit of effort, a few resources up front, and then patience. A whole lot of patience. You don't get that instant reward, but you stick with it. And over time, that tiny little seed grows into something huge that provides shade and fruit and value for literally years and years.
So what is investing in its purest sense? It's just using what you have today to create more for yourself tomorrow. That's it. And yeah, investing money is the obvious one, but you can invest in so many other ways. You can invest your time, right? Maybe spending 30 minutes a day learning a new skill. You can invest your energy in building really strong relationships. You can invest in your health by getting out and moving. All of these things have an absolutely massive payoff down the road.
And this is where the real magic happens. It's called compounding. A tiny little input today doesn't just add up over time. No, it multiplies. Your investments start building on themselves and on themselves again, creating this incredible exponential growth. That is how you create real, lasting wealth and value.
So, let's bring it back to you. Just take a second and be honest with yourself. When you look at how you're using your money, your time, your focus, which path are you on most of the time? Are you in that leaky bucket, just watching resources disappear? Are you on the hamster wheel, running hard but staying in place? Or are you out there planting trees for your future?
It really all boils down to this simple chain reaction. Your mindset drives your actions, and your actions create your outcome. It's that simple. If you've got a short-term gimme-now mindset, that leads to waste, and you end up with less. A present-focused mindset, that leads to spending.
and you just kind of stay put. But a future-oriented mindset, that leads to investment. And that, my friends, is what leads to real growth. The connection is just crystal clear.
And look, shifting to that path of wisdom, it doesn't mean you have to change everything overnight. Not at all. It just starts with one small, deliberate choice. It starts with planting just one seed. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the very first seed, whether it's with your money, your time, or your energy, that you're going to plant today for the